The addiction to noise. We live in the loudest era in human history. Every single day you are bombarded. Notifications, emails, likes, comments, trends, breaking news, gossip. And every single day you feel the pressure to participate. You feel the need to broadcast your life. You go to the gym, but if you don't post a picture, did you really go? You start a business and you immediately tell your friends about your big plan before you've made a single dollar. You are addicted to the applause before you have done the work. We have a generation of people who talk about grinding more than they actually grind. We have a culture of fake hustle. You are leaking energy. Every time you tell someone what you are going to do, your brain releases a hit of dopamine. It feels good to say, I'm going to lose 20 pounds. It feels good to say, I'm going to be a millionaire. Your brain mistakes the announcement for the achievement. You get the reward without doing the rep. And because you already got the reward, you lose the drive to actually do the work. You are satisfied with the symbol of success rather than the substance of success. But there is a different path, a path walked by the most dangerous people on the planet. It is the path of the submarine, deep, silent, unseen, until it surfaces, and by then it is too late for the competition to react. It is time to go dark. It is time to enter ghost mode. The Bill Gates Protocol. Let's look at history. Let's look at how empires are actually built. They aren't built on Instagram Live. They are built in the dark. In 1975, a young man named Bill Gates dropped out of Harvard. He didn't drop out to party. He dropped out to disappear. He and Paul Allen moved to Albuquerque, New Mexico, not a tech hub, a desert. They started a company called Microsoft. For the next 6 years, Bill Gates basically vanished from the face of the earth. He didn't take vacations, he didn't watch TV, he didn't socialize. He famously slept under his desk. He would code until he passed out of exhaustion, wake up an hour later, and immediately start coding again. He had zero work-life balance. He had zero chill. He went into ghost mode. He cut out everything that did not contribute to the mission. While other people his age were at discos, dating, and finding themselves, Bill Gates was building the engine that would run the world. He didn't care about looking cool. He didn't care about being understood. He understood one universal truth. You cannot have normal habits and expect abnormal results. If you want to build something that shocks the world, whether it is a body, a bank account, or a Microsoft, you cannot live like everyone else. You have to unplug from the matrix. You have to be willing to be a ghost. The philosophy of the dark room. What is ghost mode? Ghost mode is not about running away. It is not about depression. It is not about hiding because you are weak. Ghost mode is a strategic withdrawal. It is the decision to remove yourself from the noise so you can hear your own intuition. Think of a photograph. For a photograph to develop, it must spend time in the dark room. If you expose the film to light too early, the image is ruined. You are the film. The world is the light. Right now, you are overexposed. You are letting too many people, too many opinions, and too many distractions touch you. You are undefined. You are blurry. You need the darkness to develop. You need a season of isolation. In biology, this is the chrysalis. When a caterpillar wraps itself in a cocoon, it doesn't just sleep, it completely dissolves. It breaks down its old structure to build a new one. It is a violent, lonely process. But when it emerges, it is no longer a worm that crawls in the dirt. It is a creature that can fly. You want the wings? You have to respect the cocoon. You have to be willing to die to your old self. And you cannot do that while you are out partying every weekend with the same friends who are keeping you stuck in the dirt. The 6-month timeline. Why 6 months? Why not a week? Why not a year? 6 months is the sweet spot of biological and psychological transformation. It takes 66 days to form a new habit. In 6 months, you can run 3 cycles of habit formation. In 6 months, you can completely replace the cells in your liver. You can visibly change the structure of your muscles. You can write a book. You can build the MVP of a software. You can learn a language. 6 months is short enough to be manageable, but long enough to be unrecognizable. Imagine if you truly committed to the next 180 days. No cheat days, no skipping just this once, no happy hours, no Netflix binges, just 180 days of pure, undiluted focus. Most people overestimate what they can do in a day, but they underestimate what they can do in 6 months. The problem is, you never give yourself 6 months. You give yourself 6 days. You try hard for a week, you don't see the result, and you quit. Or you get distracted, or you let a friend convince you to go out. Come on, it's just one night. Live a little. That is the voice of the devil. Live a little is code for stay average like me. You don't want to live a little, you want to live fully. And to live fully later, you must sacrifice now. The rules of engagement. So how do you do it? How do you execute ghost mode? Here are the rules of engagement. Rule number 1, aggressive elimination. You need to audit your life. Look at your phone. If an app doesn't make you money or make you smarter, delete it. Look at your contacts. If a person drains your energy, mute them. You are on a mission. You cannot carry dead weight. Rule number 2, the mouth shut rule. This is the hardest one. Stop talking about your goals. Do not tell your mother. Do not tell your partner. Do not tell your best friend. But I need an accountability partner. No, you don't. You need discipline. When you talk, you dissipate the pressure. You need that pressure. You need the internal tension to build up so high that the only way to release it is to do the work. Let the results speak. They have a louder voice than you ever will. Rule number 3, the deep work block. Bill Gates slept under the desk. You don't have to go that extreme, but you need 4 hours a day of flow state. No phone, no Wi-Fi if you don't need it, just you and the task. In a world of distracted zombies, the person who can focus for 4 hours is a god. Rule number 4, physical reconstruction. You cannot change your mind if you don't change your vehicle. Train every day, not for vanity, for sanity. When you are in ghost mode, your mind will attack you. It will get bored. It will get anxious. The gym is where you exercise those demons. The struggle, the valley of death. I'm not gonna lie to you, this will suck, especially in month 2 and month 3. This is called the valley of death. The initial motivation will fade, the novelty will wear off. Your friends will stop inviting you out because you said no 10 times in a row. They will start to whisper, "He's acting weird. She thinks she's better than us. He's lost his mind." You will feel lonely. You will feel fear of missing out, FOMO. You will scroll through Instagram and see them having fun, and you will think, "Am I wasting my life? Is this worth it?" This is the test. This is the moment that separates the pretenders from the contenders. The loneliness is the price of entry. If you cannot be alone with your own thoughts, you cannot be a leader. If you cannot be alone, you are a slave to the validation of others. Embrace the boredom. Embrace the silence. In that silence, you will meet your demons and you will defeat them. When you are alone, you learn who you actually are, not who society told you to be. The reveal. And then the 6 months are over. The 180th day arrives. You emerge from the submarine. You step out of the dark room, and you are not the same person who walked in. You walk into the room, and the energy shifts. People look at you and they do a double take. Is that? They see the physique. They see the focus in your eyes. They see the aura of discipline that surrounds you. They ask, "Where have you been? What have you been doing?" And you just smile. You don't need to explain. The results are right there in front of their faces. While they were getting drunk, you were building an empire. While they were debating politics on Twitter, you were reading books. While they were sleeping, you were grinding. The shock on their faces is your trophy. But by then, you won't even care about the trophy. You won't care about their reaction.
because you will have fallen in love with the process. You will have realized that the ghost mode wasn't a punishment, it was a liberation. Fade to black. The clock is ticking. Another day is gone. Another hour wasted on nonsense. You have a choice. You can keep living this lukewarm, distracted, average life. You can keep being a background character in everyone else's movie. Or you can cut the feed. You can disappear. You can go away for a while to come back forever. The world doesn't need another loud talker. The world needs a ghost. 6 months starts now.